Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, taking to its social media accounts, had a very long post, a post that has been confirmed as a lie. Let's just have a look at a bit of the post. Detectives on a manhunt for suspects involved in Monday's violence. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations has launched investigation into acts of violence that were committed by criminals during the illegal demonstrations held on March 20, 2023. The criminals who took advantage of the demonstrations were captured on camera destroying public property, attacking innocent members of the public, and hurling projectiles at police officers who were on duty protecting life and property. In fact, it's a very long post that we cannot go through the whole of it. After posting that, DCI shared out some photos. That was a photo DCI shared, and that photo turns out to be a photo of 16th August 2022, not on Monday. And then DCI also shared out that photo. That photo was posted on 10th January 2018, almost 5 years ago. Almost 5 years ago. And then DCI also posted that photo was posted by BBC in 2017. And then DCI also posted that photo has been established, was posted on 17 January 2008 in Kibra, almost 15 years ago. And then DCI also posted that photo. That photo has been established is a photo that was captured in Burundi in May 2015, almost 8 years ago. So DCI posted this, claiming that these were photos captured on Monday during Azimio's demonstrations. In this video, I want us to dig deep into all this. But before we do that, let's have a look at the news as reported by Taifa Leo. Taifa Leo, udanganyifu wa DCI. Idara ya upelelezi wa jinai yachapisha baadhi ya picha ilizodai ni waandamanaji wa Azimio, kumbe ni za zamani. That's the way Taifa Leo has reported that. And if you go through that story, Taifa Leo is just also exposing these old photos. And now, even before we dig deep into our analysis, let's also listen to NTV.
Directorate of Criminal Investigations has announced commencement of investigations into Monday's protests. The DCI says it has on its radar several people caught on camera causing chaos and destroying property. While the DCI does not say which cameras captured these suspected goons, it has listed over 20 photos of interest to them. However, tonight, we can authoritatively report that most of these photos were not from Monday's demonstrations and that the DCI has knowingly, willingly, and with intent chosen to publish false and misleading information. Goons.
There appears to be a serious appetite for disinformation in this country. So, with such indictment on the DCI and a serious violation by such a top body, without apologizing, does the Mohammed Amin-led DCI still retain the moral authority to demand decorum from Kenyans?
Yes. All that has been put as hot air, just lies by DCI. In fact, from where I sit, DCI should be arrested for spreading false information and rumors. And there is a very interesting part here I want us to have a look at. Meanwhile, the directorate is currently on a manhunt for the suspects whose images appear below, as others are being gathered and shall be updated, who will face charges ranging from robbery with violence, malicious damage to public property, and assault, among other allied offenses. That's the laughable post coming from DCI. If you look at this post, you can just see the intention of that post. And this is why, for those who have been following me here, I've always maintained William Ruto is not very smart. He's very predictable. In fact, you can just tie the dots to understand the games being played here. And you can just see clearly how low Ruto's government is stooping here. Going through the 27 photos, most of those photos are not from Kenya. And then the ones from Kenya are very innocent demonstrators who maybe were just captured during the peaceful demonstrations that the police turned violent. And one particular individual I've seen from those photos is the ghetto president, Gaucho. In fact, I won't be wrong to say that all this, the aim and the goal of all this is to target ghetto president Gaucho. That's why all these lies are being fabricated just to target Gaucho. So you are seeing clearly how low Ruto's government can stoop. If a whole government machinery can fabricate all these lies to target Gaucho, you can just see how disparate the government is becoming. A whole government spreading lies and propaganda to a point of even defaming innocent demonstrators, branding them criminals. I think that's an offense. DCI Amin should actually be arrested and charged in a court of law for character assassination. All these political maneuvers by this government just confirms the desperation, the cluelessness, the hypocrisy, the basis on which this government was actually formed. It was formed on the basis of lies and propaganda. A very clueless team. And that's exactly what is happening in Kenya. So if you can compare Uhuru Kenyatta's government and William Ruto's government, you are just seeing a cartoon of a government. So in fact, from where I sit, the DCI should actually be arrested for spreading false information and for character assassination. Branding innocent Kenyans demonstrating as criminals, that's an offense. In fact, without taking sides, it's the police that acted as a criminal here because they interfered with peaceful demonstrators. And also from that long post from DCI, the post has actually backfired. The aim of that post again is to scare away Azimio supporters from participating in the demonstrations. That's exactly what is happening here. So Ruto is using DCI to score some political goals. And that also goes contrary to what William Ruto promised Kenyans. Ruto made it very clear that government institutions won't be used to play politics. It's very clear William Ruto is using government institutions to play politics. DCI has now been captured. It's under a state capture. And it's actually letting itself, embarrassing itself very badly. DCI, should and must be prepared for a possible prosecution. This is just unacceptable. And as I conclude, it's from all that, it's also coming out very clearly that Ruto's government really was not ready, not prepared, and they just don't know on how to handle some of these issues. And I still maintain that William Ruto normally acts out of emotions. He's a politician who does not look at the bigger picture. I'm very sure that this long post by DCI might have been hurriedly, without proper consultation. Maybe an order was just given to this DCI that post some propaganda here for us to thwart Azimio's demonstrations. In fact, as I talk, about 2 days ago now, Raila dropped a bombshell on Rigathi Gachagua, that Rigathi Gachagua had met a group of youths at his current residence where they planned to cause chaos at Azimio rallies. Instead of DCI wasting time chasing after hot air, let them go directly to Rigathi Gachagua and let them ask Rigathi Gachagua whether it's true he met some youths in his current residence. I think that will be much more meaningful than this one. DCI is trying to chase hot air. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But in case you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support us here, I've pinned my comment, or rather, not my comment, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. And that is so because some of you have been asking for that. Let's meet in our next analysis.